How do you feel about people that say Suge Knight has something to do with Biggie Smalls getting killed?
They said they felt he had something to do with Pac. Then they're gonna say he had something to do with Elvis. Oh yeah, Suge Knight has something to do with Michael Jackson. If Suge was out, Suge would probably have something to do with Michael Jackson too. And so on and so on, and any other artist that's been murdered or hurt or taken away. I mean, that's the only story people can go with. I mean, again, if we looking at this from, how are we looking at this? You know what I mean? If we looking at it from, let's look at it from a block to a block. Like, this is the block and we're into it. And something happened to somebody on this block over here that everybody care about, and you from this block. You don't go on that block. That block is hot. You ain't from around here. We just gonna say blocks. That's the same thing in everything else when it comes to, I imagine, this gangster stuff. So if you can't go on this block, and when you go on this block and something happened, you really can't really pinpoint who did something to the rivalry person, because you went on their territory. They just know that face, that person is hot. And we all know that, like, at that time, when Pac was murdered, again, even today, we talking about 20 years later, 25 years later, people is still hurt. Can you imagine a month or 2 months or not even a year? After that, it's still hot and boiling. It's still people mourning. Like you could probably, at that time, could have walked around with a Biggie shirt on in LA and got it. Because people just felt like at that time it was the wrong timing. Because even though, it'd be like, oh, Pac was from the East Coast, whatever, he was adopted into the West Coast just like myself. I'm not from LA. But I got a right to say that I grew up in California because that's where I moved to at a young age. I'm from Chicago. So I could say that, man, I don't know, man. I just don't understand when these people come up with these stories. This is great movies, though.
How you feel about Biggie Smalls coming to LA so soon after Tupac death? If I'm not mistaken, I think he came out here 6 months after Tupac died.
Wrong timing. As I just said, like, you going to a person's block, man, this dude just, and not Pac was the biggest name that was murdered. It was people it was a domino effect of things that happened after Pac passed. And then they came back with songs like I'm going back to, that's ton. Same shit that people be saying, like, that's ton. That's like picking. Then you go back and you like, to me, I would imagine that you go back like all right, now you gonna come. You gonna come to our city, you gonna fuck our girls, anybody in LA could get mad. That could have really made the most gangster dude from LA mad. And he could have got off the bus and did that. Because we know it's like that in the streets. Don't you know that if they felt that way really for real, Suge wouldn't have 28 years for what he did. He'd have had 28 years for that. Damn, they couldn't put it on him. Because that's, Will, what is that called? The evidence he gave me. That's what is it again? Anecdotal. And the meaning of anecdotal is
basically
your opinion,
your own experience.
And just from that alone, how you see that? That man, somebody could have got off the bus because they was mad. Oh man, this nigga here in LA? What's up? We know that's how it go down in the streets. They get into it on the west side of Chicago and you over in another neighborhood and they into it. You don't go to no stores over there. Don't go to McDonald's. I'm speaking close. Stop going so wide because these are a lot of people that probably never been to LA. Think of where you from. If you from goddamn it, the woods of North Carolina, and that's your tree line and that's their tree line, and y'all into it, Don't come over past this tree line. Same shit. How you gonna blame that on one person? That's like somebody do something and here you go. 6ix9ine, whatever the hell his name is. Put him in a room with all of his enemies and cut the lights off. And tell me who did it. You're not gonna know. Because he got a lot of enemies.
What was your reaction when you found out the news that Biggie Smalls got killed in LA?
Man, I just pulled off. Me, Ray J, and Young Buck was in a limousine. I had a limousine service. I bought a limo and Suge had a limo. And I was working like one of his limousines, and I had a limo that I was working with another guy that I had partnered up with. We had the car out for the night. And we pulled over in front of the museum. Everybody was all outside lined up, everybody out there partying. We pulled off on our way because we wasn't going into the party. Before we got to Jerry's Deli, if I'm not mistaken, the security guard that was driving the limo had said that it had been a shooting at the place. And even when he was talking to us, ambulance was riding past us because they was going to the hospital. And we rode around by where the hospital was. And you could see the pictures that people have seen online, if I'm not mistaken, Look Kim, Mary J. Blige, you could see them out there. We seen that. We were in the car. We seen that part. So it was scary, and it was scary, and it was hurtful. It was even hurtful for me because, again, like, Pac passing and Biggie passing was a little bit overboard. Because I'm there for music. Pac is a musician. Biggie was a musician. And people. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, they had their problems, and we fight it out and this and that. But now, Pac gone and Biggie gone. Come on, man.